Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Mother's Magic Machines. It's been raining for 4 weeks non-stop, and this is probably the first glorious sunny beautiful day that we've had, and I thought I'd do a video to introduce the latest stable to Mother's Magic Machines, and it is a 1981 ZJ Ford Fairlane. We'll do a spin around of her first. So she was produced 8 August 1981. She's a Fairlane, which means it was based off a Falcon but with a longer wheelbase. It's got it's actually a Sportsman 3 model, so it came with a two-tone. It's a rarer color, the silver and blue. It's all original other than the wheels. And she doesn't look too bad. Oh. Interior wise, she does have an aftermarket steering wheel. Did get the original steering wheel that came with it, but it probably weighs about 20 kilos. This thing only weighs about 1.5 kilos, so we'll lose a bit of weight. It's got the standard cluster on there that came for the Fairlanes. Only done 182,000 kilometers, maybe a little bit more. I think the odometer's stopped. I've got to get that fixed. All the fan controls are up here, whereas in a normal Falcon they were lower down. So this is the luxury version Fairlanes and LTDs had. Glove box, little compartment there. Door trims are really good condition. Really nice T-bar shifter of the period. Shifts nice detailing, bit of chrome work. Manual choke, cassette radio, 4-speaker cassette radio. Does have air conditioning, we've got to get that fixed. In the back you can see seat covers have been put in. I'll remove those seat covers later and we'll see, but once again you can see the door trims are amazing. These door trims were very luxurious of the time, so they had the vinyl, they got like a suede here, and then they got the carpet so it doesn't get dirty. She's in really good nick. Manual windows. So as things were back then with Ford, you pretty much could option anything you wanted. My dad, by memory, had a 1979 XD Ford Fairmont, which was an S-Pack on top. So that had a different cluster, 6-gauge cluster. It had the S trim and it had the S orange pinstriping down the side. This one here, this standard, my dad's interior was exactly the same. This is something that I wanted with this car. So having the grey interior is really nice. What the Fairlanes did differently to the Falcons, so this is black and that's grey and the center console's grey. On the Falcons and Fairmonts, which was a smaller car, all this was black. So, and they didn't have this padded either. So that makes it a little bit more luxurious. We'll go outside and we can go through and have a look at the accessories. So there's a couple of accessories on this car. There is a driver's weather shield on here, which I'll put on. Original sun visor. Oop, pointing to that because the sun's in my eyes. Original sun visor that came with the car. Original color. As you can see, the screws are all original. We might clean them up. I don't know whether to clean it up or just keep it a little bit patinaed. The car is in good condition. The other thing that the Fairlanes and LTDs had, and I think the Fairmont gears, they had black and they had a chrome surround on the mirrors. A lot of chrome trim work around. They had a 6 window put in because that's where the car was extended, and then they had louvers. The other thing this car has is, this is like a car guys love is the old auger rear screen cover, the louvers. so it does have that as well, which I'm pretty cool, really happy about. There's only one little tiny crack on one section of it, so that's definitely staying. It does give the car a bit more of a hunkered down look as well, as you can see. The other thing that was unique with the Fairlanes was the dual headlights and the grille. So the XDs had like a rectangle, and same as the LTDs, but the LTDs had vertical grills, whereas this has got like a bit of a honeycomb square grill on it, and it does make the car look, gives it a lot of presence on the road. You don't see a lot of these cars now, let alone when they were first built, and she looks, I reckon it looks really good. Looks really good. Oh, and that is super cool. Driving down the road, seeing that sticking up, the bonnet emblem, or the hood emblem if you're from America, it just looks really cool. It's just really nice to see. Just something that looks Mickey Mouse. Yes. All right, let's see what's powering this beast. Oh, technical difficulties. Doing this one-handed. There we go. Let's see what's powering this beast. So there were couple of options you could have in the day. So you could have had when they first came out with the XD, there was a 4.1 or 250 cubic inch crossflow 6-cylinder with an iron head. Then later in 81, Ford brought out an alloy head, which actually bumped up compression and gave you a little bit more horsepower. So compression went up from 9 to 1 to 9.35 to 1. It's a single draft carburetor on the XDs. Later on the XEs, sorry, they went to a twin and horsepower went up again. These are really choked, but they're very torquey. They only rev to about 4 grand. The other options was a 302 Cleveland and a 351 Cleveland as well. Everything back then was choked. This car is still original. The only thing I did the other day was a starter motor, which you'll see a bit later on me changing it. It still has the original exhaust manifold and the original 1.1 inch and 3/4 exhaust system. So that exhaust that's on this car right now is actually 41 years old. So it's time, it's due for a change. These motors are really tough. The only things that went wrong with them, head gaskets, they were known for that, and the rocker cover gaskets on the carburetor models. The alloy, the injected models had like a alloy rocker cover, and it had a rubber seal, and they didn't leak. So that's something that we might look at doing and changing later on. But right now it's all original. So as you can see, let's get my shadow out of here. That is how it looks. So it's still got all its original stickers on the firewall. It's still got the soundproofing and heat proofing on the bonnet, which is good to see. I think it might have been from another car, because it looks like that has been cut out for an air filter or something there, or that might be a factory thing, don't know. The air conditioning's still in there, and it does have power steering as well. Still got the original stickers on there. I haven't cleaned this up yet. As you can see, there's a bit of dirt and dust there as well. What else we got? Oh yeah, just like I was saying, that exhaust, just while I'm here, it's still the original P-shooter 1 3/4 exhaust system. Still there. Like I said, she's still totally original. One of the things this car does have for a feature is a little button down here. Where is it? That one there. And it should pop the boot. I don't think it did that time. No. Old cars. I swear I opened that boot 3 times this morning and it worked. This is what happens when you play with old cars. So the boot is massive. Fit a couple of dead bodies or golf clubs. Original carpet still in here. It's got I came with a box with globes, an old tin there, real 80s style, just keeping globes and fuses there. Some mounting stuff. It's got its original jack still in there with the original, all the accessories there as well. It still does have, I'll just move these. It's still got the original tyre. Let's see. I don't know if it's a steel wheel, but that tyre that's on there, that's still the original spare. So we might look at changing that. Oh wow, okay, we've got a mag, might not be the original. We've got a mag wheel on the back here. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's what size is this? A 14? 78 14, so it's a 14-inch rim. Okay, that's interesting. Didn't know I had that in there. So it looks like the original tyre. Look at that tread pattern on there. So we'll just pop that back in. I'll just turn this off while I find the hole. This is not easy. Oh, I'm just dropping all those parts everywhere. Oh, make a mess, muzzer. Why don't you? Well, this might be some interesting content because I can't find the hole. Alright, I'm going to have to find a torch. This was supposed to be an intro to the car. Now it's try and put the spare wheel cover on. Seriously can't see anything down there. Yay! Phew! Found it! Alright, let's do that up. Alright. Scratch what I said about having an original tyre. That's something from the 80s by the looks of it. So it's got a mag wheel as a spare tyre from the 80s, which looks pretty good. Let's turn off my torch light. Alright, so the boot looks pretty good other than that. It needs a bit of a clean. Cool features. Another one is, how do you fill up fuel in this thing? There's no fuel flaps either side. Look, nothing on the passenger side, nothing on the driver's side. So, you know, you usually have to have a look and think before you go to the bows and go, which side is the bloody fuel flap on? These things, check this out. On the number plate, bingo. Fuel filler is in the middle of the back of the car. Makes it so much easier. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I like it. All right. It's 41 years old. You're saying it's got to have some faults. So there's a few things, but it is a 41-year-old car. She's in really, really good condition, realistically. So the rear tail lights, a little bit faded there. Have found another set, so I'm going to put them on. The exhaust is 41 years old, so I have ordered an extractors, and getting a 2.5-inch exhaust put on there. Going back in the day, people used to do them and they do tests. Just by doing that, they gain between 15 plus horsepower just from doing the exhaust system. And then if you can do the carby side, because the carby is just a little single, narrow single carby, it's really choking the engine up. It can increase a bit of horsepower. I'm not looking to get a lot of torque or race this thing, but just make it a little bit more drivable, and that engine note would be really, really good. The main lights are filled with a bit of water, so they need to be, I'll just get out of the shade, so they need to be changed as well. There's a little bit of rust or a little chrome peeling off that, but you can get this chrome trim changed, so that's not too bad. It's just little pieces, that's all it is. Paintwork's not too bad. The driver's door handle, here's one for you. Doesn't work from here at the moment, works from the inside. If it's half clicked, it works. So the driver's door handle needs to be changed. These XDs and XEs and XS were known for breaking door handles, and they used to be police cars, cop cars, and there was always a running joke that if the police officer was in an XD Falcon, you'd probably get away with it because they couldn't open the door because the door handle broke. They fixed that now. You can get reproduction ones. They're in a lot better condition now than what they used to be. What else? Oh, the speaker grills are a little bit tatty, but that's no biggie. We can fix that. Center console needs to be mounted a little bit better, and the tape deck's not working, and the fan switch isn't working, which is a known fault about it. So I've already got a fan switch coming. I've done the starter motor. The exhaust is getting changed. Also got a whole new brake set, so we've got front and rear rotors and also a master cylinder, so we're going to change all the brakes on it. And that's about it. Realistically, everything else works. Door handles, all the door handles work, which is great for a Falcon or Fairlane of this era. It does get called a Falcon a lot. It is a Fairlane, so we'll call it a Fairlane. That's what it is. That's basically it at the moment. So got heaps of room. So the beauty of these cars, look, so I'm 6'3". I've got that seat back. Let's open this up. That's the seating position here. That seat's all the way back, and I can still sit in here very comfortably. And oh, these seats are so comfy, it's nice. It is very, very nice place to be in the back seat of one of these. The other thing that came cool with these, with the aircon cars, they had vents in the back too, so you could get a bit of airflow in the back here. But it is really shady and cool with the vents, with the shade cover on the front, the auger on the back, and also these side louvers also make a good thing. Every person's got a grab handle, as you can see, so it's really nice to work from. The other feature you got was you got a mirror on the passenger sun visor, so your date could check themselves out, or the wife could check herself out after all the kids piled out from the back of this. So this is one of those cars that you could just pile everyone in, go for a long drive. Excuse me. Go for a long drive. Oh man, you just get out feeling great, and it is just brilliant to drive. It just drives off torque. Don't have to rev it. Just goes off from idle. Just touch the throttle and it just glides and cruises. Even though it's a little bit lower than that, it doesn't bump or grind or scrape. It doesn't rattle. For a 41-year-old car, she has held up very, very, very well. I love the color scheme of this thing. I love that it's a Sportsman, and the two-tone light, the silver over light blue, it is a rarer color. So let's take her for a drive, eh?